Blood enemies. This is why you must pray against household enemies. Household enemies are people that are close to you. They are of great help to you and they ensure you have absolute trust in them and never suspect them. They know your secret, your strengths and weaknesses, and also have basic knowledge of your daily routines, and they use them against you. They can easily destroy you if you're not prayerful.
Chris, I called you and your brother here today because my health is failing me and I may not have a very long time to live again, so I want to address some issues now that I am still alive, because I do not want any confusion amongst you two when I am gone. Dad, why are you talking about death? You are still a very young man, so you still have a long time ahead of you. Nobody prays for death. But everyone does eventually, and you already know my medical records. Today is very important to me because I will be sharing my properties between you two. I have 11 houses in different locations, and I have decided that as the first son, Chris, you will get 6 of the houses and your brother gets 5 of it. I hope it is okay by you two.
Dad, I don't think that is a fair share at all. How can Chris have 6 houses while I get 5? I do not accept this judgment.
Maybe you need to be reminded that Chris is your older brother.
I do not care. Just last month you had 12 houses, but you sold one of the house for his sake. If not, there would have been 12 houses to share equally. If anyone should get the bigger share, it should be me.
Dave, why are you being unreasonable right now? You know the reason why I sold that house. Your brother needed to undergo a very important surgery, and there was no money, hence the reason I had to sell that house to save your brother's life. It's not like I gave him the money to spend or something.
Well, that is not my business. You sold that house because of him and automatically that is one of his shares. I can't let him have 6 while I get 5. That is never going to happen in this house.
Dave, you must be out of your mind. Have you forgotten that I am your older brother? And I am supposed to get more than you. You really have no respect. If you could not accept it, then that is your problem. You can never have the bigger share. Not while I am still here as the oldest son.
And I will rather die than watch you get the bigger share. Never.
Both of you should be quiet. What is wrong with both of you? You two used to be best of brothers and friends while growing up. Suddenly you turned worst enemies and quarrel over everything. Why do you hate yourselves so much? Your mom and I brought you both up with so much love, but I don't know where you both got this character from all of a sudden. What is wrong with you two? Always fight and quarreling. One day one of you might end up killing the other with the way you are going. In fact, I am keeping my properties to myself. It is obvious that you both do not deserve it. And if after some time you don't change from hating on each other like this, I will sell everything off and give the money to charity, or even will the properties to my other relatives.
You didn't sound good over the phone at all. What is the problem again? I hope your children are not fighting themselves again.
You already know my plight. I am so tired of their constant fights. Today I tried to talk to them about sharing my properties, but they scattered the meeting with their usual fights. I am fed up of those boys. It is obvious that they will not change. I don't know what else to do.
I am really disappointed at them. They knowledge your kids, they are grown men now and they are behaving like toddlers. You know you are my only brother. I would advise that you don't let those boys bother you. Please relax your mind. Since they have decided to be foolish, just let them. Please don't let them kill you before your time. You tried your best to give them a very good life, but it is obvious that they don't appreciate your efforts. Let them be.
How am I supposed to relax when my sons are about killing themselves? I am really bothered.
I know it is not easy to overlook, but you really have to overlook, because you have no control over what is happening and I don't want to lose you either. You are my only brother.
My dear, I really do not like the way you and your brother disagree all the time. You both are the talk of the town. I am even bothered that my parents might not approve of the marriage if they find out that your family is in dispute. Sometimes I wonder if you both are really related.
Dear, you know me, right? You know I am not a troublesome person. My brother simply does not want to admit and acknowledge the fact that I am older than him. He doesn't respect me at all and he even wants my birthright. And I won't let him have his way.
The kind of hate and rage I see in both of you whenever you are faced with each other is something else. I am really not comfortable with it because I don't want to be married into a family that is full of conflicts and fights.
You don't need to bother about him. After all, we don't live together. So he shouldn't be a problem. I don't want you to be scared or bothered about anything. Let's concentrate on planning our marriage. You know I love you so much.
Good evening, Dave. Good to see you here.
What's good about the evening?
You don't sound happy. Hope all is well?
How can all be well when that foolish fiancé of yours that calls himself my older brother is trying to make my life hard? And now you are stopping me on the road. How am I even sure he didn't send you to come annoy me more?
How can you say a thing like that? Seriously, what is going on between you two is very shameful. How can two brothers be fighting and quarreling like this? You should know that Chris is your older brother and accord him some respect so that peace will reign.
How dare you? I said it that Chris has sent you here to come insult me. You must be out of your mind to even come talk to me about respecting Chris.
Dave, what wrong did I do to you? Why did you have to slap me? I was only trying to advise you as my brother-in-law to be.
Oh, you still have mouth to talk. I think I need to teach you a lesson so that you can deliver the message to your foolish fiancé. I want you to send this message across to your fiancé. And let this be the last time you ever stop me on the road to spill rubbish. Next time you do, you may not live to tell this story.
Your brother did what? Yes, Dad, he beat up my fiancée mercilessly and abandoned her on the street. She almost bled to death. How could he do that to an innocent girl? What is happening in my house? Now because of what he did, her family has called off the marriage. The battle line has been drawn. I will deal with Dave. I will make sure he pays for what he has done. Chris, please let me handle this myself. Don't do anything you will regret. Remember, he is your only brother. I will make sure he gets the punishment he deserves. Dad, this is my fight. I will do it my way. I want you to take some boys with you and go to my brother's place. Beat him up very well and teach him a very big lesson. I can't let him go free after what he did to my woman. Make sure you leave some injuries on him so that whenever he sees the scars, he will never try to dare me again in his lifetime.
Okay, boss. I will do just as you have said.
Oh no, what wrong did I do to deserve this kind of punishment? How can this be happening to me?
My brother, please take heart. You can't kill yourself over what has happened. The people behind this will be found and brought to book.
Dad, you sounded so sad over the phone. Chris, your brother is dead. What? How? He died last night in his apartment. He was beaten and killed by some men suspected to be armed robbers. Oh no, this can't be true. I only asked these boys to beat him up and not to kill him. My only brother. Oh no! This can't be true. Chris, you have a hand in this? You mean you have a hand in the death of your brother? Why? Why? Dad, I did not ask them to kill him. They were only supposed to beat him up and ask him to stay away from my business. I would never kill my own blood. I always warned you both about your constant quarrel and fights, but you never listened to me. Now look where we are. I have lost a son.
Finally, my brother's sons are out of the way and his health is failing him too. In no time all his properties will be mine. All this time I have patiently waited for this day to come. His foolish sons that he was always proud of has finally failed him. One is dead and the other will rot in jail. That wizard is so powerful. All the charms he gave me worked as planned. His charms worked so well and turned those foolish boys against each other. The next will be my brother. I will go back to the wizard for a charm to kill him faster so that I can have all his properties. I really can't wait anymore.
I am so excited. This calls for celebration.
I was not expecting you.
Of course. I thought you were my brother, and all this time I confided in you. I told you all my family secrets, and you used it against me. You turned my sons against each other, and even caused the death of one. So you are the reason I have been having sleepless nights all these years. How could you be so wicked and evil?
I don't care what you say. I never considered you my brother. Ever since our parents died you got married and stopped caring for me. You focused on your wife and kids and gave them all the luxury and love. Did you bother about how your little brother was doing? I had to struggle through life all by myself even though I had an older brother. You lavished on your family and gave me peanuts and you think I will be happy about that?
Oh really? So you killed my son and caused the other one to rot in jail because of your wicked reasons? And now you are planning to kill me too. So you are the cause of my illness.
Yes, I am the cause of everything happening in your home and I don't regret it. In fact, I am going to kill you right here and now.
In Genesis 4, we see that Abel and Cain were sons of the same father, they worshipped the same God, they both went to sacrifice but one ended up pleasing God and the other did not. When Cain realized this, he called Abel away and killed him. Household enemies seek to bring you down all because of envy and jealousy. They seek to turn the face of those that love you against you. There are some people, all you are doing for them is praying and loving them, but they are doing all things possible to pull you down because that is their aim. It is an established fact in God's word that the enemy's onslaught against you is facilitated by your close companions. Sometimes, you may not be related by blood, but you live in the same neighborhood or attend the same church. They just have this envy and jealousy against you. Judges 15, 1-13. Samson was held bound by his enemies by men of his household. The members of his family sold him over to his enemies. Who do you depend on and put your confidence on? Micah 7, 5-6. That could be the secret of the leakage of your secrets. You need to constantly pray against household enemies, because most of our problems begins from inside. Pray against household wickedness and ask God for protection. Thank you for watching. Kindly support the channel by hitting on the subscribe button below, like and share our video, leave a comment and don't forget to turn on notifications to the channel so that whenever a new video drops you will get notified. God bless you.